Okay, so we're back in the kitchen and we're going to finish up the kitchen decoration. In the two-tiered tray, I've got a few things on it. One is this light that we made several years ago. And it's actually just a bowl from the Dollar Tree that I put the little gems all over. I have to glue a couple of them back on. And I have some fairy lights on the inside. So they'll come on every night at the same time. And that'll be nice. There you go. And I will adjust it because they're flashing or not flashing, and I'm just going to have them on steady when I have it on. And we'll get that done. And then the next thing I'm working at, I guess I haven't finished working with this one. There we go. And actually at the end I take the piece of it out of the inside so that the starter and stop will be easier to operate. Okay, so now we have that. Now I'm going to put a few lemons because I think that's the theme I'm doing for the two-tiered tray and the lantern. So I got this lemon bush the other day when we had the craft outlet haul. And I'm just going to snip off some pieces and kind of curl them around the bottom level. And I think you'll be able to see it. I'm going to keep going up and down a little bit to get it so that you can see what's going on. There you go. They fit in there nicely. I also had a little plant on the other side that I've had for a while, and it fits in there good. And this I'm going to do the same thing and put it on the other side so that the whole bottom is filled up with some lemons and leaves. And there you go. Now I do have my frogs. Now I used to have 4 frogs, but one of them must have flown the coop because I only have 3 now, but I love these. I got those at Hobby Lobby, 3 or 4 years ago, and I think they're so cute. Just look at the frog, he's got a bee on his nose, and the eyes and a big smile. So I've got the 3 frogs, and we're going to put those up and down. I have 1 down, and I think I'm probably going to put 2 up because the downstairs is getting full already. And there he is. Another one. Oh, I think they're so cute. And there's the last one. Boy, I had to dig through some boxes that we packed to find the frogs. They were all packed away, of course, with just moving. On the top, I have a jar that I decorated a couple of years ago with a napkin and the decoupage, and it makes a cute little vase. So I'm just going to put a few jonquils or something, I think that's a jonquil, in it. And I know that's more of spring than summer, but I just want that yellow color, and it has yellow and orange, which goes along with the wreath that we made that you saw yesterday. If you haven't seen that one, I'll link it down below or in the corner. I'm not sure how I'll do that yet, but we'll link that video for you. I'm not sure I can link it right now because it's not active until Wednesday of this week, and then I'm recording this one for Thursday of this week. But if you check on Wednesday in my playlist, you'll see the wreath for the kitchen wall. Okay, so now let's put this, put this up here. I have a little leafy wreath in the top that I keep in there all the time. And so that's what I'm kind of moving out of the way so that I can get the jar in. It's a canning jar. We'll get it in the right place here pretty soon. I'm going to lift you up here in a minute so that you can get a better view. Put Mr. Frog back in. There you go. Ugly me over there. Now in the bottom I have this little window that I don't know, it came with Christmas decorations, but I always put it in the lanterns to add a little something. And that's really about all I'm going to put in there. I think I might have a couple of lemons left in that bush that I will stick up at the top just to bring the theme up there. But it's really quite full and cute. Yeah, I think I've got 2 lemons on this bush I'm going to cut off and put up on the top level. And it matches the yellow dragonfly on the frog's nose. There you go. So that's just about it for the 2-tiered tray. I think it has all it needs. It has the lights. It has frogs and flowers and lemons. And it's just going to be perfect. And I will show you a little bit later when it's over in its place on the coffee bar.
Good. We have
But that's what we have for now.
Okay.
And we're not quite finished because we're going to be working next to do the lantern. And then we'll have all the decorations done. Isn't that cute? I love it. I think it came out terrific. Tom, terrific.
Spot.
Okay, hang in there. I'm going to get this out of the way and bring up the lantern. Be right back. Okay, now we have the lantern, and we have one more lemon, and I'm going to put that inside the lantern along with some of the greenery so that we can just spread the joy here. And I'm doing a voiceover today, I forgot to tell you, because there's a lot of noise in the background. They're here working on the painting for the craft room that we're doing over, and television and a few other things. And I said it's just as easy to tell you what I'm doing as opposed to trying to hear with all the noise. I like to put leaves around the back and the front because most of the time this will only be seen from either the front and 2 sides, but not the back. But it still will look nice to have something all the way around. And then of course we have the 1 lemon. We'll put that right in the middle. Now that candle I'm not putting on now because I have been using it and it's already programmed to come on at 4 o'clock, and I don't want to disrupt the program. But you've seen a candle lit up before. Okay, so that's that. Now, I have another lemon bush, which is very pretty, that I'm going to try to utilize on the top of this lantern. Isn't that pretty? It has the lemons, it has the sunflower. And so we're going to use that on the top. But before we put that on, we're going to make a bow. A funky bow. It's going to be a 9-loop funky bow. And that means that when you make it, all of the pieces will go opposite. One up, one down, one up, one down, one up, one down. Okay, I have three different ribbons. A plain orange, 1.5. A plain green, 1.5. And an orange polka dot that is 2. Now, I will tell you that partway through this ribbon bow, I had a notification that my video card was full, and I don't exactly know how much does not get recorded, but I think it's enough recorded that you can certainly see what we're doing. I am making the simple bow. You take the middle of the ribbon, make yourself about a 5-inch loop. Make sure you always twist the back so both ribbons have the right side up. Now the blue one will go, so this is a 2-inch ribbon also. I thought it was 1.5. And that's going to go down. Okay, and you put them in side by side. You're not putting them on top of each other. They're going side by side. And just kind of testing to see if the loops are the same. Okay, now we'll do the orange polka dot. I'm really enjoying using the orange this summer. I like orange. I like orange and I like green. I'm a really color person. I get tired of blue because as a blonde growing up, everything I got was blue, which was, I guess, the blonde color. And so once in a while I get tired of that. I do like it, but I do have an affinity for greens, some greens. Now, some greens are ugly, but others are very nice. Okay, here we are. We're working up and down and up and down. It's very simple, just bending the ribbon in half. I've already dovetailed the end. You can see that on the ribbons. I did that before we got started, which is good for me because I usually forget to do that. Okay, now the camera stopped recording as I finished that, but I am now just putting a ribbon through the back of it so I'll have something to tie it onto the lantern with. And basically I had just put the rest of those ribbons in. Now I have a floppy ribbon that we're going to hoof out. And when you do these, you can pull them up and you can twist them so that they go anywhere that you want them to go. They're not going anywhere with that zip tie holding them. So you can move around the loops and you can move around the tails till you get it the way you like it looking. Those colors look nice together. Yeah. Now I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to be putting this on the lantern, this lemon. But I think what I'm going to do is wait until I get the bow on. And let me show you what I'm doing with that lemon, I just have bent the stem. Okay? Just bend the stem, and I'm putting it right around, curling it right around the lantern. And it stays quite nicely. But I will be reinforcing it later with a zip tie. I tried the bow, and then I decided that I'm going to put the bow on first before I put the lemon. Yep. And you tie one knot that is nice and tight. I haven't got it where I want it yet. There you go. Nice and tight, and then I'm making a bow. There you go. It's pretty. I like the colors. But now let's see what we do with the lemon. And if your tail gets turned inside out, you can just turn it back over. Like I said, with the zip tie, you can maneuver those pretty well. Okay, that looks good. All right, put the lemon bush on. Now I'm going to take a zip tie and just attach it to the stem of that lemon in the back so that it doesn't fall off. But it really fits nicely inside that bow. Doesn't that look pretty? Look at that. There's some holes in the top of that little lantern, and I'm just going through those holes and around the stem. And what's nice about this is it fits nice in the first place, but it also is not been disrupted, hasn't been cut apart. So if I wanted to use it again somewhere else, I certainly can. It also hasn't been glued, so it's easy to use again in another arrangement. I love it. That little bush of lemons and flowers really looks good. I'm trying to take you down so I can show you at table level. Now I'm going to put that in where it goes. I'll put everything where it goes. And then I will show you what they look like. And we've got the rest of the kitchen decorated. The wreath, the lantern, and the two-tiered tray. Okay, hang in there. I'll be right back to show you what they look like when they're all in their places. Back in a second. Here you go. Isn't that pretty? I love the lemon bush in it. Yep. Love it. Look at that. And if you go up, the same colors are up above in our sunshine summertime wreath. And then over to the right on the coffee bar, there's our two-tiered tray. So there you go, folks. It's all together. It's summertime in the Shepherd kitchen. And I think it's going to be pretty and it'll be nice until it's time to put up the fall. So I'll see you again Sunday for a Cook With Me if I don't see you before then. Until then, everybody play nice now. Love ya. Bye-bye.